Okay, so what's happening here is we're not going to talk about this main page, although it's pretty fancy and interesting itself. We're going to go talk about the templates. What I built here was the smart templates. So if we go to Student Life, this is a templatized page, okay? And what we see here is we see a big picture, we see a menu on the left-hand side, and then we see a bunch of content, okay? This content in here is what the user controls. So for instance, let's see a real school experience goes online, okay? So now we're going to go and look at this actual page, okay? So we're going to go up here to Edit Page, and we're going to take a look at what the system thinks is in here. It says a real school experience goes online. So you can see that my users get the opportunity to change the text. Okay, so we see technical care, we see career services, and remember this picture. Let's go back and look at the actual picture, the actual page. And see, technical care and career services and all these crazy pictures, they're all actually interactively user populated. This part, however, is and this is also user manipulated, because if we go back to the page, we come down and we look at some settings that are here. And what's happening is we're specifying the slide deck number, okay? So we could go look at this slide deck and see that that contains the picture that you saw. Okay, so let's go back. This picture is actually a slide deck, okay? And just to prove it real quick, I'm going to go here. I'm going to come down to slide deck, and I'm going to see, where is it? Here, Student Life slide deck, okay? Boom. Click on it, and let's see, down here is where we actually have the background of the actual slide deck. Okay, so that's where we actually specify what's in the slide deck, and this is something that people can add to or subtract to interactively without getting into code. And the whole thing here is that people don't get into the code. Okay, so once again, let's go back to Student Life. And the other thing we had to specify was that we do want a menu. We have to specify which side it's on, and we have to specify that it's the Student Life menu that we want, and all that has to be done without any coding. So what we found is we come down to, sorry about that, we come down to widget name is Student Life slide bar, okay? And that, it knows where to go in, okay? So that is how we specify that. Now if we get rid of that, that slide bar disappears. So for instance, just for fun, I'm going to get rid of this, okay? So let's delete that, and then I'm going to update it. Oh, actually I'm not going to. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to now go behind the scenes and show you what this smart template thing actually does in the code, and we'll run through the code as it is. So the way to get to that template is to go. We're gonna go ahead and click on it. We're gonna come down to Appearance in WordPress. We're gonna go to Editor, and we're gonna come down all this PHP on the side here, and we're gonna find Smart Template Page Template. Okay. Now this template is used for almost every page on this site. The pages look dramatically different, but this thing is so flexible it can look many different ways depending on what you set. So let's start up here. This here is this little PHP snippet up here actually shows actually tells the system how it's going to look over here. So we're actually giving the system a cue as to what to name this thing. This is what the users see. We can drive that. Okay, the next thing is, remember I showed you. Actually, I'm going to go load this up, and I'm going to go boom. Come back to the main page, and I'm going to go student life, I'm going to go overview, and then I'm going to go edit page. Okay, now remember I told you about these custom fields down here. Okay, now we have slide deck number 2806 and widget name. Now we're going to go back here and we're going to look at these, and we're going to see if we go down in the code, in the PHP code here. Oh, went a little too far. Okay, here we see it. Now, slide deck number. So here, when this page posts, it's like a HTTP post where it posts these variables, and when the page is created, these get passed to the PHP page. Okay. Now, one more time, just for review, for those of you who may not be used to this stuff, when there is a PHP page and there is a template specified, okay, see down here, smart template is specified, and you can see that there's a bunch of other ones, right? But the smart template is used for almost everything. Almost all those we're not using it. Almost all the others we're not using anymore. So what it does is it runs the smart template, but the smart template is smart enough to grab these supplied variables. Okay? So what happened here was it grabs a variable called slide deck number, and it gets it from the actual page and sets it to slide deck number. Now, it also set widget name, and that's how it knew which menu to pull.